Trojan family, what's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the USC LAFB show here on the LAFB network. We are Los Angeles Sports. This is your daily dose of USC Trojans news. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week so far. Tuesday coming at you. We are going to be hearing from Lincoln Riley later today after practice. We got Coach Dan Lynn tomorrow, and the USC Trojans obviously will host the Michigan State Spartans at the beautiful late hour of 8 p.m. Pacific time. Another great late kickoff at the Coliseum. I hate that the Big Ten keeps doing this to us, but hey, let's pack the call. Let's have a blast under the lights on a Saturday night. I mean, no better place to be on Saturday night than the Coliseum to hopefully watch our Trojans go 4-0. Excuse me. Wanted to jump on here. Quick recruiting update involving Booby Feaster. There's been a lot of chatter about him ever since Peyton Houston committed to LSU. So I want to talk about that. But first, very quickly, give you a quick rundown of our good friends over at Sleeper, sponsor of the show of the LAFB network. It's the #1 sports app right now available. It's not just a season-long fantasy league app. I'm sure many of you use it for season-long fantasy, which I do. It's great, but it also has live updates, real-time scores, a chat feature that you can chat with other users. So tons of fun users, plus their fun live daily pick'em game. Pick 2 to 8 players, just choose more or less, and you can win real money. When you download the app from the App Store or Google Play, make sure you use our promo code USC. I always do the wrong way. USC LAFB, one word, USC LAFB. You're going to get a match deposit bonus up to $100. So you put in $100, going to get $100 free to play with. Once again, that's USC LAFB at Sleeper. Tell them the LAFB network sent you. All right, so tons of chatter about Booby Feaster. And for those that don't know, I'll recap it really quickly. I've done a bunch of videos. We have a bunch of articles over at LAFBnetwork.com, so I don't want to belabor it for those of you watch every video. I really appreciate you guys, as always. But Booby Feaster, childhood friends with Peyton Houston. Both are originally from Louisiana. Booby Feaster moved to Texas, goes to DeSoto High School. They were both in the 2027 class. Booby Feaster reclassified to 2026. There was lots of talk all since last year, but for sure beginning of this year, that both players wanted to play college ball together. I don't think that's like different. They're still friends, would like to play college ball together. But there was a lot of chatter that they were kind of a package deal. So kind of backtrack a tiny bit here. Back in the spring, obviously USC has Jonas Williams for the 2026 class. They were pursuing Ryder Lyons for, yes, he's 2026, but essentially because of his mission, he would be a 2027 class QB. They cooled on that because he was unwilling to commit early on. So they moved on from Ryder Lyons and kind of went all in on Peyton Houston. This was before Booby Feaster committed, and honestly, before there was a big, at least nationally, connection between USC and Feaster. Now, Coach Dennis Simmons had been recruiting Feaster since since middle school. So there wasn't any newness between USC and Feaster, but nationally there wasn't a big draw yet between Feaster and USC. Well, then USC and Lincoln Riley kind of goes all in on Peyton Houston as their 27 quarterback. All of a sudden the links start coming with Booby Feaster. On July 4th, Feaster commits to USC. Houston and USC were already heavily linked. A lot of crystal balls. A lot of people saying that USC was the favorite. Well, then you go into the season. That kind of shifts, I think, partially on USC's part. I talked about it in a previous video. I think USC cooled a little bit, obviously knowing their situation with Husan Longstreet in the 25 class, with Jonas Williams in 26 class. Like, they are set for the next kind of 4+ years. So they probably cooled a little bit on Peyton Houston. And then Houston started shifting towards Oklahoma. That was the big talk. And then kind of out of nowhere, last week, LSU, who had always been in the running, it's his hometown school and it's still LSU, but then they kind of shot up the boards. And the reason why it was, I guess, a little surprising is in that same class is LSU's current quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier. His brother is in the 27 class. So a lot of thought was his brother would be the quarterback of the 27 class for LSU, a highly sought-after 4-star as well. Well, obviously they shifted and decided we want Peyton Houston, who obviously they think must be a little better, and he's, also a Louisiana kid from the boot there. So they shift, go all in. On Monday, was it just yesterday? Man, these weeks all blend together. Peyton Houston ends up committing to LSU, and so then all the chatter starts, right? Is Booby Feaster going to follow? Is he going to decommit from USC? There was already kind of rumors a few weeks ago that when Peyton Houston visited Oklahoma for the Michigan game, that Feaster would join him on that visit. We all know USC's policy that Chad Bowden has implemented. Once you're committed, that's it. Shut it down. No visits. When those rumors came out, Feaster and his dad came out and said, nope, rumors, we're not taking any visits. But then the noise ramped up again yesterday when his childhood friend, Peyton Houston, committed to LSU, to his original local school, being from Louisiana. Well, today, Booby Feaster came out and emphatically shut down those rumors. I mean, you couldn't really get any more emphatic. He posted two things on X. I don't know if he may have posted them on Instagram too, but on social media. 3 minutes apart. So pretty like bang, bang. First one is a photo of him, looks like, practicing, whether it was 7-on-7 or just practicing with the fellows out, without pads on, rocking a USC tee or a USC muscle shirt with the caption, "Stop the rumors, I'm home." So that's pretty emphatic. Stop the rumors, I'm home, rocking the USC swag, right? Like, pretty obvious. Well, then 3 minutes later, he drops another post, says, "I'm proud of my brother at Peyton Houston 8. Congratulations, my guy. But just know everyone's path is not the same. Mine still leads to the Coliseum. Fight on." And he tagged Coach Simmons, Coach Riley, and the photo of him at his official visit, the awesome, all the players posted it, the locker room photo, where they got the Letterman jacket, the Heisman right there, the locker with the helmet, the jersey, Matt Leinart jersey, the crystallized SC football. So he puts that out. I mean, that's pretty, you can't really get any more emphatic than that. So I put out an article yesterday based on conversations I've had with people. Everything seems totally good. This was before he posted this. This was yesterday. That, all news was, hey, he's still locked in. SC feels really good about where he's at. They actually feel really good about all 32 of their recruits, but that actually comes from our friend Scott Schrader over at Rivals. He put out that part that SC feels great about all 32 commits right now, making it all the way to the finish line, which is crazy to think. We keep saying like it's far away. Like, we're 3 months away now. Like, it's actually getting kind of close. We're no longer 6 months, 7 months, 8 months away. We're 3 months, halfway through September. We just got October, November, and then early December is that signing day. So as long as USC, we know their NIL is good. We know Chad Bowden is the game changer, and I'm sure he was on the phone immediately with Booby Feaster, like, all right, hey, you're still locked in, right? This doesn't change anything. Like he was. So that's a game changer. So that's all good. The background is all good. USC keeps winning. This entire class is for sure making it to the finish line. Like, for sure. Now, could there still be changes? 1-2 guys? Sure, absolutely. Even if they do win, even if they make college football playoff, these are still young kids. You can change your mind. You're not contractually binding at this point. So it wouldn't be shocking, but I feel very confident that if things stay the way they are and USC wins 9+ games, they'll have probably a 35-person class, because I still think they'll add 3 more. They just offered someone recently. And all the guys that they have right now that are really excited about are making it all the way through. I'm going to do another recruiting video here this week. Rivals just updated their top 300. So we saw Luke Wayfull have a nice jump. We saw Jamian Winfield, DJ Wingfield, formerly of the Trojans. Jamian Winfield, defense lineman, he had a nice jump. Still Kenai Pepe and Tom, like not the rises, but anyway, do a video at that. But I bring that up because this whole class just seems fired up about USC right now. Fired up. When you look at Luke Wayfull, when you look at the young Hill cornerback at Ohio that's going to be visiting this weekend. He'll be on campus for the Michigan State game, Elbert Hill. Sean Alston, running back, fired up. Deshaun Rideau, running back, fired up. I already mentioned Kenai Pepe, but him, Mark Bowman, Brett Koleje, fired up. So the way this program is moving, the way the coaching staff is put together, the way NIL deals are drawn up, and the way that Chad Bowden ties it all together, I mean, recruiting is in a great spot, and I think Booby Feaster is the biggest point in case. Because based on all the rumors last year, and again, rumors are rumors, but based on how loud these rumors have been for not just yesterday, but ever since, like I said, Peyton Houston shifted from USC to either Oklahoma or LSU, so then Booby Feaster was automatically thrown in those rumors. Last year probably would have decommitted. I'm not saying necessarily Feaster, but a player of that caliber, when those rumors start, there's usually some smoke behind it. And so this year shows how different that is. And again, we still do have 3 months. These things are not set in stone, but as of right now, this is just a emblematic sign of how much things have changed. And the beauty of it is you have a head coach in Lincoln Riley that is obviously very involved in recruiting. I still believe he's one of the top recruiters out there. The years past were just that he didn't have the resources, not even resources, but just didn't have the support behind him to kind of close, not even close, but to maintain once guys did, once he closed guys, then you need your rest of your staff to just keep that set. So this just shows that he's now been able to close with obviously the help of Chad Bowden, but now he can focus on the 2025 USC Trojans and winning a Big Ten title and potentially going to a college football playoff, and have Chad Bowden and his staff make sure this 26 class and the future 27 class is locked in. And obviously Lincoln Riley has to, as he should, but is still going to be in communication, still be talking to guys, obviously still recruiting new guys. But he's not having to like put out fires and clean up things when things go awry. Chad Bowden and his staff are handling all that. That shows that we talked about it all offseason when I was just doing recruiting talk. But now this is like one of the first kind of tangible things we've seen where there was a potential rumor of a decommit or a flip, and how much USC did to Booby Feaster in terms of communication, I don't know that. It could have simply been Booby Feaster since July has been like, no, this is my school, this is where I'm going. But either way, that shows the tangible difference of what this program was in terms of recruiting just a year ago. So, great news. Again, we'll see how that changes in 3 months, but as of now, Feaster locked in with USC. 5 receivers in this 26 class. He's kind of the headliner, the pseudo 5-star. He was a 5-star in 27 when he reclassified. They dropped him to a 4-star, which always happens usually when a young kid reclassifies. So we'll see at the end of the year if he does end up getting bumped up to a 5-star. But the likes of him and Trent Mosley and Luke Weaver and Roderick Tizino and Jamiron Baker, I mean, it's a loaded wide receiver class. And the last thing I'll say, and I'll wrap this up. So everything I said, I think, was a very obvious reason why Feaster's locked in. When you just look at the structure of the program, the trajectory of the program. But the last little tidbit of it is actual receiver development and receiver opportunity. When you look at Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane, 2 of the best receivers, not just in the Big Ten, but in the country. I mean, the way this season's gone, statistically maybe not yet, but you could make the argument they're top 10 in the country. I don't think that's a crazy thought. Like, I would put them probably 2 and 3 in the Big Ten. Maybe Jeremiah Smith is the only one I'd put above them. And even that, you could argue this season, like, you could make the argument that you could even swap that around. So, both guys recruited by Lincoln Riley and SC. Both guys have been here the whole time. Didn't play much freshman year. Played a lot more sophomore year. Now they're the featured guys junior year. Both guys, if they decide to do so, will be in the NFL draft next year. And if this season continues the trajectory that they're on, they could both be first-round picks. But I bet you, as long as nothing crazy happens, knock on wood, One will be a first-round pick, and one will be a second-round pick, worst case. So that part to Booby Feaster is like, wow, look at the development here. Look at Coach Simmons, who doesn't get enough credit. Look at Coach Riley. Look at the offense. Look at the quarterback play. Look at the guys around him. Like, that's somewhere I want to be, where I'm going to develop and get to the next level. So that's another big reason why he's locked in with USC. And then the last reason is, you know, when you're a young player, us as fans can say we got to compete. Just go compete. Go compete. Don't be scared of competition. Yeah, of course. But you want to see that there's some, like, opportunity there. Like, I honestly think that's why Peyton Houston ended up, them and USC both kind of like cool, because like I've laid out before, like I don't even think he would have had an opportunity to start at USC until 2030. When you look at Hassan Longstreet, Jonas Williams, like he would have had to wait till 2030. So, A, USC, are you going to want to pay a guy a bunch of NIL money to sit for 3 years? And B, as a player, like, are you going to want to sit for 3 years when you can go somewhere else and start, you know, either right away or in year 2? Same kind of goes for receivers. Like, yes, you want to be able to develop, obviously, but you want that opportunity to play right away. If both Lane and Lemon go to the NFL draft after this year, you obviously have this 25 class that I'm excited about. Obviously, with Tinnick Hines, we've seen could be the next star. I think Corey Sims has a very bright future. You know, Romeo Easton has a bright future as a true sophomore now. I think DJ Jordan is going to get better and better. Hopefully we'll get featured more. But there's a huge opportunity for this 26 class to have ample playing time right off the bat. And if the Trojans feel good enough about it, they may not even go get like that alpha in the transfer portal. Like they probably will still add like a vet transfer portal presence, just to give, you know, because Jaden Richardson, I believe he's maxed out on years. Jay Fair may be maxed out. So I think they might still go get someone, but they won't be going for that wide receiver one because of who they have now and because of who's coming in. So when you're Booby Feaster, you're like, program's in a great spot, 3-0, great coaching staff. I mean, the NIL package is one of the reasons I committed. That's not going anywhere. Their GM and support staff is second to none. It's Los Angeles. It's the Coliseum. Oh, they developed my position just about as good, if not the best in the country. Oh, and I could potentially start as a true freshman. Check, 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 check. So for all those reasons, it's obvious why he's locked in. And in my opinion, it's obvious why he'll remain locked in until signing day in December. So, threw a lot more words out than I had planned to. I planned this to be a short little 8-minute video. Here I go for 18 minutes, of course. So, thank you all for hanging out with me, as always. I'm going to be dropping another video, probably maybe even today or early tomorrow, talking about Coach Danton Lynn. A lot of rumors with UCLA. I'm going to touch on that and give my reasons why I think you should not be worried if you're a USC Trojan fan. And then, like I said, we'll be dropping another video this week on these new Rivals 300 rankings, talking about guys who went up and down and kind of where they sit in the 26th class. And then final reminder, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m., call-in show. Myself, Madman's been joining, which has been awesome, and Tim Prangley. So we want to just keep growing that, get as many people as possible over there. Bring your phone calls. It's a caller-driven show. Bring your thoughts, questions, everything. So fired up to keep growing that up. Thank you, as always. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Become a member or subscribe or become a member. I mean, just an LAFB member. You can become a member here on the YouTube channel, or you can become a member on LAFBnetwork.com. 20% of your membership every month will go to help support youth sports initiatives in Los Angeles. So help us help youth sports. You'll be helping LAFB supporting, plus you're going to get exclusive content and a bunch of other perks that we have listed that I won't waste your time talking about, but we'd love it and appreciate it if you would become a member. But at the very minimum, hit that subscribe button so you get updated on all of our videos. And check out LAFBnetwork.com for all of our USC Trojans content. So thank you, and as always, fight on.